Hey all, welcome to Parker's Reefs. On today's episode, we're going to check out World Aquarium up in Dandenong, Melbourne. Alright, thank you for joining me on yet another episode of Parker's Reefs. We are on video number 2 of our doubleheader this weekend, and we're visiting World Aquarium, which is up in Dandenong in Melbourne, Australia. I'll be sure to put the Google Earth footage on screen right now so you can get an appreciation of exactly where in this massive country this store is. And I've got to say, I love visiting this store. It's one that I don't get to all that often just because it is about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 3/4 each way from my home. But every single time I go there, I have a fantastic time. And I've got to say, the social media videos that Leanne and Andy put up on all of their channels on Facebook and Instagram and all of those other things. I'm old school, so I just follow on Facebook. But the videos they put up of their new stock and them feeding fish, them bringing in their brand new display tank are absolutely incredible. And it's awesome to go in store and see that their shop is just as beautiful as those videos are. But I did think it would be a good opportunity to pop in, chuck a microphone on Andy, because the store has hit a milestone and they are at the point of replacing their beautiful, huge display tank that has been a feature of the shop for I think about 20 years now. So it's a massive undertaking. They are just at the point of now taking the old tank out and putting the new tank in. And I'm super excited to talk to Andy and find out all of the gossip about this display tank, as well as, of course, have a tour around the shop and get him to point out some of his favorite fish and corals, which is always a fun thing to do. So without any further ado, let's roll the footage of World Aquarium with Andy. Okay, here we are at the front of World Aquarium. No mistaking this for a furniture store. If the giant dory and Occy clownfish didn't give it away, you are at an aquarium. So let's head on in store and see if Andy is here. Here he is. Andy, how you doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to take us through your beautiful shop. We're at World Aquarium.
Thank you.
What's been happening?
What's been happening? Not a lot, just sort of getting ready towards the end of the year. We got all the Christmas stuff happening,
Yep.
Black Friday sales.
Yeah, cool.
All the fun stuff, man.
Awesome, awesome. Any chance you got some time to take us through the shop?
Always.
Beautiful. All right, where should we start?
We rock up, we can see all the little display tanks. If you want to start a little fish tank that's sitting on your desk or whatnot, these are always good fun.
Beautiful. Nice assortment there.
Yeah. And after that, I guess you got the counter with all the good stuff, all the valuables, and you got a little bit of freshwater things in there.
Yep. So yeah, you guys obviously carry freshwater as well as marine.
We do. We got a little bit of fresh, but we mainly do more marine as well as corals and inverts and whatnot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Any freshwater fish of interest?
They're okay, but they're not really it's not really the day for it, is it?
No trouble. All good, all right.
We've got some corals, I guess.
Yeah. You've got this beautiful bay of corals in here. What's happening in here? What do we got?
So we all have mixed systems, a bit of everything in there. You got some nice, happy trackies.
Gorgeous,
you got nice scullies. Pricing's nice and easy to work with. You got $250 for the one on the bottom.
Yep.
Then 100, 380.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just works up like that, so it's nice and easy for customers to see how much each piece is.
That's it. And if you don't want to really bug me and talk to me too much, you can just take your time, have a look, and it's nice and easy to work out.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. And yeah, as you say, you've got no shortage of gorgeous corals in here, and a good assortment from soft corals. We've got nice leathers up the back there to nice yellow hinted bubble. You've got big trackies, scollies, even through to some SBS there. Nice strawberry shortcake, acans, gold torches, some big cushions up there, some more softies, some more trackies. Beautiful stock. And then over into this system, you rock into some frog spawns, gonies. You've even got, is that a goni? That's green star polyps, yeah,
just a very happy one.
Very happy extended green star polyp. And then you got this massive big dish here that I believe you're holding out to place that somewhere?
Yeah, so later on, once that tank's up and running, the display tank will be hopefully in a couple of weeks to a month.
Yep.
We're going to put some of these display pieces back in there.
Okay, so as promised, I did say I would get some better footage of these corals because for whatever reason, my camera was having a fit with the colors in there before. And now that you can see the corals, you can probably understand why. These scollies are absolutely nuclear in this system. Look how bright they are. Not to mention the trachyphilias in there. Some gorgeous, look at that scolly there with orange on it. The war paint there next to it. There's some beautiful soft corals, even some goniopora, some beautiful reds in there, and some massive pieces like Andy has touched on, like like that massive deshi there. What a ridiculously bright piece that is. It's not for sale because it is going to go back into the display tank, but whew, what a stunner it is. Thankfully, there are heaps of other pieces in here that are for sale, and I gotta say, if you're chasing Scullies, looks like Fish World Aquarium is the place to be at the moment. Absolutely incredible range. Cool. So, for those who haven't visited Fish World before, you've had an incredible display tank. What was the dimensions of your previous display?
The previous one was 3 meters long, meter wide, and 80 tall. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Serious system. That's
yes, it's a decent enough
that's
size.
talking a good 2,500, 3,000 plus
about
litres.
2,000?
2,000. Yeah, big system, and you had some monster-sized fish and some monster-sized corals in there. It always grabs people's attention, and you've pulled the trigger on a refresh of that display.
Yeah, so we thought after 20 odd years of being here, we'd mix it up, get a new one in there, which is what that is over there.
Yes.
Same sort of, or very similar dimensions, still about 3 meters long. We've gone for a little bit wider, a little bit taller, just to say it's a bigger tank.
You got to do the upgrade, otherwise people are like, what'd you do it for?
Yeah. And the other main thing is we've just got a giant sump in there now,
yes,
which is going to carry heaps of water. We're going to try and automate this one, just to keep it as easy and maintenance free as possible.
And it's sensational, and I do love the way you've got this room sort of sectioned off just to the display, so people can come in and really walk around it and enjoy it. And
so it's going to be one of those display rooms. You got the big tank in the middle, and then you're going to have all these other sort of tanks that you can have on the side that we're going to have sort of like display tanks that you can buy as well, which will be good fun.
Very nice.
Yeah. If you want, we can have a quick look at the tank and
let's do it. Take us in.
I guess right now the glass.
You say check out the glass, but I mean there's a serious bit of glass going on in here.
If you like fish tanks, you love every part of it. The bracelet on the top twice just to make sure it's super chunky and thick, so nothing is ever going to go wrong.
That's a full like H-beam style bracing on there. This tank is going to be the truest tank I think on the planet. It's not going to bow a fraction of a millimeter.
The other one was still running well for 20 odd years, but we thought there's a few scratches in it in time, and you just want to make it fresh again.
Yeah,
and it's exciting, new gear, new everything. We've got the sump that's pretty much the same length.
Yeah, big sump. I mean, it doesn't seem that big when you're standing behind the rope, and then when you get in here, you're like, oh, that sump's kind of like twice the size of like the majority of people's tanks, if not 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, so we're just going to have big systems, big equipment, hopefully doing as little as possible and having that super stable.
Yep.
Plumbing will be all set up at the back in that black section there.
Beautiful.
We'll just do a few other bits and bobs, box it all off and make it nice and neat and clean.
Very good. And you guys are very good, particularly for a local fish store, at updating your socials with some incredible footage. And this tank has been a fair feature of the last few months. So
it has been.
People that want to follow the trajectory of this new display tank will be able to see all of the updates there, as well as obviously popping in to visit, but be able to see it come together, which is a task in itself. I know as a content creator myself how difficult it is to get footage of things that you're doing rather than just do them. Yeah,
it's one of those things that Mrs. really likes doing as well. She likes doing all the socials and all the viewing, the editing and whatnot, so she's looking forward to doing this as well.
Yeah, beautiful.
But no, it's going to be one of those things where you time-lapse everything and just make it fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Might give you a shout and get you back in here when we're getting it all up and ready again.
Look forward to it. And this stand, this tank is gigantic for starters, but then it seems even bigger again because this is quite a tall stand. Like this tank, you're not looking down into this tank, you're looking in and up.
Yeah, so we try to make it so that when you do walk in, it's right in your face.
Yeah.
The stand is a bit over waist height.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where we're just trying to make it as in your face, and when you look at it, you go, wow, there's so much cool stuff in there, you can really focus on it, as opposed to those tanks where you're sort of bending down. And
I hate those ones where you're going to crouch down. So particularly a big display like this, people always say, oh, but it's going to be difficult to reach in there. And I'm like, how many times do you need to touch something on the sand as opposed to how many times you look at it?
That's so true. I think the main aim is to do as little as possible later on and just enjoy it.
Yeah, sensational. It looks a treat. Now, I believe you've got some of the world's cleanest fish tanks. Every time I come into this store, your for sale fish systems are ridiculously clean.
Like we try to make sure that you can see that they're clean. There's no pests, no nasties. Everything's happy, everything's fat, everything's eating.
Yes.
We can go have a look at some more fish and some more corals and whatnot as well.
You bet.
So after these two, you got another two on the other side.
Even more range in here, and
Yes.
there's a few big pieces in here that are reserved for the new display as well. Well, they came out of the old display, I believe.
So you got like giant helio, which is always nice. It's not super open right now because it's sitting on those little stands, but
Yes.
I'd say it's about 40 centimeters wide.
I was going to say, if it's not super open yet, it's about the size of a basketball right now.
Yes.
If it gets bigger than that, that's
Normally sits about 2 foot, so about 600.
wow, crazy, and a massive Trachophilia. This one is for sale back there.
It is.
That's a gorgeous piece.
Got a nice few, 3 colors on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's $400 for a piece that's good size. It's
Good showpiece.
size. It's bigger than the hand,
Bigger
which is
than a
always
hand.
good.
Yeah.
And it's just
Sensational.
super fluffy and happy, which is what you want.
Absolutely.
Then you got a giant elegance over there.
Yeah, speaking of big corals, look at this. I mean, this side has got that weird sort of elegance feeding state where it sort of just
Yes.
puffs up the center, and then the left-hand side there has got the tentacles out looking for course number 2. That's a big piece.
It is, it is.
And that one is for sale.
Yeah. That one's going good. It's, you know, again, it's not super dear. It's 1,500 for a piece that's about yay big, which is, always good fun.
I mean, you could compare if you bought, 10 corals to fill the same size space.
Yes.
You put that in one and done, and you've got yourself a beautiful, thriving reef, which
That's
is
it.
gorgeous. And then, you've got some nice modelled hammers, some more scollies, gorgeous chalice here. I love the red rim with the blue splashes, yellow rim on the red base with yellow eyes. Nice lobos, torches. This gold hammer back here is quite pretty.
Yeah.
A nice assortment there indeed. So good stocking of corals in. Keep all your local customers
That's it.
very
Something for
well treated.
everyone.
Very nice. And then we come over into the fish systems where... All right, round 2 of the promised better view of the corals, although I will say my camera is still having trouble here for some reason, probably due to the raw size of some of these corals. Massive Trachophilia in the back there, some beautiful hammers around. I love that reverse stem. Looks perfectly manicured piece there. Of course, we've got this massive showpiece Heliofungia, which Andy reckons is only about half open at the moment, which blows my mind. Some more ridiculous scollies there. Brilliant Hulk green torch, and another big Trachophilia back there that is for sale. Switching over to the other system where my camera does have a little bit of trouble again, probably due to the raw size of that elegance coral there, that is available for sale, I will say. Some beautiful mottled hammers here. Of course, some more scullies. Check out this chalice at the front here while my camera does actually come back to life a little bit here. That's got reds and blues and yellows and greens on it. A solid green and yellow scully there. Some nice torches, gorgeous gold hammers, beautiful UFO scully there, and gold torch to round things out. What a lineup indeed. The wall of excitement over here.
That's it. So we got, I'll start on the other end, let
Sure.
these guys have a quick look. Again, something for everyone. We've got giant naso in there. It's got the beautiful long streamers. The
Big, serious male naso. Look at those streamers. Streamers themselves are probably about 12 centimeters long. Absolute monster of a fish.
yeah, nice orange shoulder in there.
The orange shoulder is that mature that he actually confused me, and I thought he was an Achilles at first. I always say that orange shoulders end up looking almost like an Achilles with the same sort of color patterns. And
Poor man's Achilles.
this guy tricked me. Normally they still have a little sort of hint of yellow in him.
Yeah.
He is not. He's got that full grey to dark grey exposure with that bright orange shoulder and that purple sort of surrounding it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous color contrast.
That's it.
Nice reef safe angels in there too.
Got the Lamarcks, which is always a good one.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice mature size.
Yeah.
Stunning fish. And these systems, I do love the way that you have the sumps out on show. There's nothing hidden away here. You can see
That's it, you
what's
can see-
running these systems.
That's it.
How clean they are.
So the advantage of that is sort of one day, someday, if you go Googling, oh, are Daltech skimmers any good? You can go, oh, sweet. There's one running. Is it
Yeah.
working well? Is it firming up? Is it doing what it needs to be doing? Yes. Instead of going, oh, I'm looking at that picture. I'm looking at those. Look, we all look at the reviews online as well, but if you can see it in person and sort of go, oh, wow, it is working well, it's always
Yeah.
good fun.
Always good. And then even after the fact, if you've bought one and you're like, I'm not sure if it's running right, you can come in and see how it's meant to run, and that's working away, and it's pulling out waste in a big system here. So no, it works well.
Yeah, it's good. Then you got the next one.
I like this guy down here. This is
the gold goat.
super bright gold goat fish. He is as yellow as they get. What a stunning specimen. No shortage of blue tangs, gold spot rabbit, scopaz. Here's the orange shoulder that the colour combination I normally see.
Yes.
Convict tang looks a treat too. They're a stunning fish too. I know white and black doesn't sound like the most exotic of colours, but
It is good if you're a magpie supporter, and it's
works
okay
well.
if you're not, but yeah, but they're good. Otherwise, you got the little mimic puffer at the back, you got
Yeah,
wrasses
nice.
as well. Then you got next one, you got regals and parrotfish, all sorts.
Before we get to the regals and parrots, I've just noticed this big dude up here.
Mr. Scribble Puffer?
Scribble puffer, grumpy boy having a look at me there.
Yes.
Blending into the rockwork. I didn't think there was anything in there at first, and then I saw this massive puffer up there just
Yes.
keeping a very close eye on me. And then you've got another big stars and stripes up here too. Look at this guy. Looks like he would happily take a finger.
Yes, he's a cute little fish. It's one of those ones where you either love them or you hate them, these guys.
Definitely. But look at the personality. Such a playful fish, gorgeous in a obviously fish only system. He's going to have a little munch on a few corals.
Yes,
and
you need to file down that beak and it'll make short work of all your hard corals. It's,
Definitely.
yeah. But no, they're a beautiful fish. They're always super interactive. You can sort of see if he wants to say hello and sometimes have a nibble on the glass and doesn't want to do it today.
He's interested in the camera. If I hold that up, he's going to suss it out a little bit, do a little dance for us.
Definitely not camera shy, this guy.
Definitely not. Beautiful. And then down this system's got some beautiful fish in here. As you mentioned, you've got this stunning regal, gorgeous health on him. Look at the nice big fat belly, plenty of colour, no bad markings on him, just stunning, ready to go.
It's a good looking fish. Then you got the nice blue jaw as well. They're always good.
Beautiful.
One of the more reef safe triggers.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Some blue-green chromis, a couple of nice wrasse. This guy, is this a wrasse or a parrot?
It's a parrot.
That's
one.
a parrot, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell by that beak, he's also going to munch away on some corals a little
Yes,
bit. And
definitely
nice.
not a reef safe one.
No. Nice little juvie tusk in there. Gorgeous. Very, very nice. And then we come across into some more reef safe angels.
Yeah. Got a couple of little wrasses in there. You got the monsoon wrasses, which are always, they're a new one, I believe.
Yeah,
got a pair of them going.
Is that this guy?
Yeah. You got that
Beautiful.
one, that's the boy, and then you got the red one with the black top, which is the female.
Yeah, right,
And
right.
they're actually reasonably priced for a pair of wrasses. They're $150.
Yeah, $150 for the pair. That's
It's not too bad.
cheap for fish that have such striking colours. Gorgeous. Very, very nice. And then, is this a fang blenny?
It is.
Yeah, he's a big size fang blenny too. Look at him. Beautiful. Now, is it true that they have a poisonous bite?
They do, but you'd have to really try to get bitten to get poisoned by them. And I have to go, what are you doing to these fish? Why did it bite you in the first place?
So they do, but I mean, if you succumb to it, you probably deserved it.
Yeah, you're doing something wrong.
Something very
So
wrong.
we always do recommend to handle them with care, or just don't handle them at all. Put them in the net and
Yes.
let them be.
Yeah, don't take them for a walk around the block. Just
Correct.
leave them be in the tank, let
That's
them do
it.
their thing.
Everyone will be happier that way.
And then some more fish I haven't seen a lot of lately is the Banggai Cardinals.
Yep.
Always a popular addition, give nice contrast. And this wrasse, is this a carpenter's wrasse?
That one there, he's a yellowfin flasher wrasse.
Yellowfin flasher, beautiful. There's a
Look
couple
at
in there, look at them. Look at those two prongs on the top fin there that stand up, gorgeous.
Yeah, they're doing good. They're happy, they're eating well. Majority of the fish here eat pellets or brine or mysis, so we try to make sure that they're well and truly eating before you get them home.
Yeah, nice.
Nothing worse than getting a fish home and going, oh man, it's not eating, or what were you feeding it in the store? And you go, oh. But nah.
Definitely no. That's one thing that you guys do so well is obviously have these systems impeccably clean, but you have your fish in just pristine condition and people come in, see them feeding, see them interacting with other fish and know they're going to go at least coming from the best possible state they could be before adding to their home reef tank, which is, you know, I mean, we joke a little bit, but sometimes that's not as not as taken for granted, or sorry, maybe it's not as
Not as commonly found sometimes.
not as common. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as well as that, pricing's all there, nice and easy. You don't have to try and understand my handwriting. It's all printed off. It tells you what's reef safe, what's not.
Yeah, amazing.
Nice and easy.
Very nicely done. Another task that is often deemed a bit too difficult by the local fish shops. So well done in making that easy for the customers.
Yeah, like if you saw my handwriting, you'd be like, yeah, it's a better option.
It's necessary.
Very much necessary.
You got an invert tank over here too?
Yes, invert tank. So you got, you know, all the critters that help keep the tank nice and clean. You got the cucumbers, which are always fun and exciting. Starfish, a couple of the different types of strombus in there to keep the sand nice and clean.
I've got to say, your sand sifting star, or even just stars in general videos that you put up on the Facebook page are ridiculously cool. Those little time-lapse ones of the stars just dispersing to every corner of the tank.
It's good fun. It also keeps us entertained doing these different types of content as well.
Definitely.
We enjoy it. It's good to do what you like doing. So
of course. Oh, well done. And apart from the big display tank, any big plans coming up in store? You're obviously preparing for Christmas as well as you're trying to get this big display happening in time. And
yeah, at the moment, I think the main focus is getting that tank up and running.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just trying to, like I said, get it all up there, running, getting all the right equipment, getting the right equipment that is user-friendly, as well as something that you can go into a store and go, do you sell this? Yes, we do. How does it work? And you got that support from us as well.
Yeah, nice. And speaking of dry goods, you have a huge wall of products along here showcasing a number of different brands, a number of different products, from obviously filtration items up to skimmers, the filter rollers, supplements, even Reef Pure RO systems there. You got obviously salt on hand from a couple of different brands. Everything that someone needs to set their tank up, you guys carry here ready to go.
Yeah, so we got pretty much the main things you need, as well as like there's some niche items, but if you need a specific thing, we can always order it if we don't have it as well.
Yeah, nice.
So we'll do what we can to help you guys out.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for one, taking the time to show us through your beautiful store, but two, also running such an incredible store. It is always a delight coming in here.
Team effort, we all do our part, and yeah.
Great work. Thanks so much.
Thanks, mate.
All right, guys, there you have it. That was the tour of Fish World Aquarium in Dandenong, Australia. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got to say, that brand new display tank, one that must have weighed an absolute ton, seeing how thick that glass was, the double bracing everywhere. That thing is built like an absolute tank. And I'm so excited to see that tank come together because, one, I saw some of those massive corals that are destined to go back into it, but two, I also had the privilege of seeing the previous display tank there right up till the end when it was at its absolute peak. Some massive fish, some massive corals, and it just really went to the next level. I often look at reef tanks and go, they look like a piece of the ocean. This display tank looked like an ocean. It was just massive, and the scale of things in it was incredible, and it's just mind-boggling to think that their new display tank, whilst isn't massively bigger, is a little bit bigger, will be brand new, will be clean, there'll be no scratches, it's going to have a new layout inside it, all of the electrical and the cabinetry and everything's going to be all super tidy, and it's going to be an absolute sight to see, because if you saw things like the rest of Leanne and Andy's store, you know it's going to be absolutely spotless, and should set the standard for display tanks in the marine world in the Australian local fish shop scene, I would think. But we'll be sure to pop back and check it out in a few months' time once there's water in it and it's done a bit of a cycle, and see if we can get an update on where things are at. Now, before I wrap things up, I do want to give a very quick and a very massive shout out to these names on screen here. These are my channel members. These guys do chip in a couple of dollars each and every month, and I very humbly appreciate the support. It makes it possible for me to get out and about and check out all of these beautiful local fish shops around Australia. So thank you very much. And also I want to give a quick shout out to everyone who has taken the time to become a channel subscriber. That does take 2 seconds and costs absolutely no money whatsoever. If you're yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. There's a button down in the corner there. I'd personally appreciate it. Now, I will wrap things up there, but I did just want to say stay tuned over the next few weeks. I'm currently in Sydney, Australia, filming a heap of some beautiful home reef tanks, and of course some beautiful local fish shops that I cannot wait to bring the footage to you guys, because there is something for everyone there, so stay tuned for those videos. But till then, I guess you just have to wait till next weekend. I'll continue to drop 2 videos a week up until probably near around Christmas, while the content keeps coming in, because it's a time when I can pump out the videos and the content is there and you guys are enjoying it, so why the hell not? Anyway, guys, I'll see you next weekend for 2 more videos. Till then, stay safe, keep reefing. Cheers, guys. Bye.